going to show you how to make a Valentine card, which in this case is a figure leaping up, and the figure is going to be holding a couple of hearts. So this is based on the parallelogram, which is tutorial 5. There's a couple of other examples I've got here I'll just show you before I start. Here's another one, holding a ball or something, but we're going to make it a heart. And actually you can play with this, you can have more than one figure. So here's another example of 2 figures. It's the same basic principle, it's still based on the parallelogram. I find this quite pleasing really. Start with a base card. Here's the base, thoroughly creased. And then here's another piece. We want it to fit in, to blend in with the background. I'm just going to make quite a small parallelogram like this piece here. So fold in a tab on one end, and then we come along something like that, put a crease in it, and then a short distance like that, and then we're going to have a tab on the other end. So this is standard parallelogram. I'm going to cut these back a little bit. And right, and then just reinforce these creases so it all works really well. So the key to this one is, this is the parallelogram, long side, short side. When the base is flat, the parallelogram is flat, and we're going to have 2 little triangles here and here and here and here, which is what the limbs fit onto. So here's the piece with the 3 creases, and then it's here. We want a fold added in like that, and we'll do the same on this side as well. When we open that up, we've got these 4 little triangles, and so we just make sure that's all really thoroughly creased so they'll all move really sweetly when it comes to being stuck together. Now with all parallelograms, you have a long side stuck over a short distance to the spine, and you've got a short side which is stuck down a long distance from the spine. So I get the pencil and I'll just mark the short side here where the crease lies, so that's there. And because the whole thing goes flat when the base is flat, we don't need to measure the other end. So I'll put glue on there. That's the long side of the parallelogram stuck down parallel to the spine and just a short distance from it. I'll stick this side down. So that should go flat there. I'll just actually do it this way round. So folding it into its closed position, close the base, it finds where it wants to stick. And now we open that up and it goes flat when the base is flat. Here we have these 4 little triangles, and that's where we can stick the limbs on. So I'll just make a series of limbs from this piece. These can be tricky because as it closes, they all move in different directions. You might need to play around and tailor these so that as it closes, they don't, like this hand, you can see there's a bit of a bend there. It looks as though at some points it's snagged against the page or the spine as the page is closed. So you might need to play around with these to find the ones that work for you. In this example, the limbs are in a different formation. So this one, as you close it, you can see the way this leg is going, it is in danger of snagging against the page, but it's okay, and it has been worked out nicely. So I'll just make four limbs from this. So we'll go with a bent leg. I'm just going to make these quite crudely in this case. So here's a leg. Let's make it a bit shorter, and we can stick that on like this. Now I'll just put some glue on this triangle, stick the leg in. Now we'll just check that that does actually work as the page closes. That one's swinging around against the page, so that one seems okay. We'll try another one. If this was just stuck on straight onto here, I think we might have some trouble. So I'm going to change the shape at the top of the leg so that you can bring this down. So I'll take that corner off there. And now I'll put some glue on there and try this one out. So as you can see, it's not actually doing what I want, so we're going to have to change this. So I'll take it off and start that one again. So this was the leg that didn't work. That was like that, and that one didn't work. So let's just have a look at these. I've adjusted this a little bit more, put a bit more glue back on there. Try it again. Try it coming out at this angle this time. Close the page. Yeah, okay, so that's the legs working. Now we want a couple of arms. Let's come up something like this. We don't really need to worry about the hands too much because it's going to be holding some hearts. So let's just come in like this. A bit of glue on there. Stick that one on. If you look at these, when they're stuck on the small side, the pieces actually rotate against the page, so there's very little chance of there actually being a problem there. It's these ones stuck onto these two triangles that are on the long side. As the page closes, they actually flip over. That's where the problems start arising. We've got that limb okay, and now we'll just do one more. I'll try making it come up at a bit of an angle like this, I think, judging by that. That seems to be okay. And this one, yeah, let's come up like this. Something like that, maybe. I'll just give it a try. Close it down. That's looking good. Yeah. Let's take a bit more off there. Just take that corner off. Just about. It's slightly not quite happy, but not too bad. And then we need a head. So I'll just do something really basic for that this time. So we can stick that on here maybe. No, I'm going to change it and put it on this side because we know this side is safe. It rotates that way rather than flipping over. So we know that stuck on that side, the head will be okay. In fact, when you come to making your own design, you'd probably make all these out of one piece. So the two arms will be one piece with just a crease down the middle. Yeah, you can see that's what I've done in this case. The arms are one piece with a crease, and the legs are one piece with a crease. But to do this, I had to go through a number of dummy roughs attempts till I got the angles all right, and then stick them on. Now, this is working okay, so now we can just add the hearts. So this one doesn't really matter where the heart is because we know it'll move safely. There's one on there. That's working okay. We've got to be careful here because we've got to look at where's it tending to snag, and you can see it's tending to snag at this bottom bit, whereas the top bit here is the safe place to have it. So let's just stick it in there and stick that on like that. Now as we close it, yeah, it's working fine. So in your own design, of course, it's not going to be as crude as this. You might even put your own photo in here, and you can put all sorts of stuff around here. There's plenty of scope for more design work, but this is the basic mechanism of the bringer of hearts Valentine's card.